Hello and welcome to today's 20-minute evening sequence. We'll start today's practice in a child's pose at the back of our mat, bringing our knees out wide and bringing the forehead down towards the earth. Just taking this time to ground into our practice, to slow down our exhale and let go of anything that's happened up until this point in the day. Continuing to take those slow, deep breaths and remembering that we can always come back to our breath. Maybe we can take this time to set an intention for our practice and just feel how the body rises and falls with each inhale and exhale. We'll come back up onto our hands and knees for a couple of cat-cows, dropping the belly and lifting the chest as we inhale and exhale to round through the spine. Continuing this on our own time, trying to initiate the movement from the pelvis and exaggerating the movements a little bit here, warming up the spine as much as we can for just a couple more rounds. We'll bring it back to neutral here. Inhale to sweep the right arm all the way up towards the sky. And exhale to thread it underneath the left arm, dropping the right ear down to the floor. An option to keep the left hand exactly where it is or extend it out long. Making sure that both hips are up towards the sky. We're not dumping our weight into one side or the other. And feeling that nice deep stretch to the right shoulder. Taking slow, deep breaths here. Option to press that right arm down into the earth to feel a bit of a deeper stretch in the shoulder. We'll bring our left hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Inhale to sweep the right arm up and exhale back down to the ground for a tabletop. Taking this to the other side, inhale to sweep the left arm up towards the sky, exhale to thread it through, left ear down to the earth. Same options apply with the arms here, either keeping the right hand in front of the face or extending it out long from here. And making sure you're not dumping your weight to either side. Continuing to breathe deeply as you feel that nice deep stretch to the back of the left shoulder. Bringing the right hand back in front of the face, inhale to sweep the left arm all the way back up towards the sky, and exhale to bring it back to tabletop. From here, we'll tuck our toes, lift the hips all the way up towards the sky, coming into our first downward facing dog. We'll be pedaling out through the feet, pressing through all 10 fingertips, and lifting the hips up as high as we can here. Taking our time to settle in. As we inhale, we'll sweep the right leg all the way up towards the sky and exhale to step it forward for our low lunge, bringing that left knee down, keeping the chest lifted up nice and high here, and either staying here or bringing the hands up onto that right knee. Wherever you are, slight core engagement here to protect the lower back, making sure we're not hyperextending. Dropping our hips down low for one more moment here. And then bringing our hands back down, stepping our right knee to meet the left. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. From here, as we inhale, we'll sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale to step it through to the low lunge on the left side. Dropping that right knee down, keeping our hands right down on the earth, making sure that we're lifting the chest up, or maybe bringing our hands up onto the knee. Again, dropping the hips down as low as we can. Remembering to breathe here. Then place the hands down to frame the left foot. Bring the left knee to the floor. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale to push up into your cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep the right leg up towards the sky. And exhale to step it through. Preparing for our warrior two here. Sweeping our arms all the way up beside us, making sure that the left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bending deeply into that right leg and keeping the torso up nice and tall, gazing over the right fingertips here and taking just a few more deep breaths. Maybe bending deeper into that right leg. And then dropping the left hand down, sweeping the right arm up and over to reverse our warrior just for a moment. And then cartwheeling down into our side angle, holding here in our side angle. Left shoulder is down and back, making sure the chest is nice and lifted, strong through the feet. Option here as well to bring the right hand down towards the earth if that's in our practice, making sure that we're not collapsing down into our legs here, keeping the core nice and strong, gazing up towards those left fingertips. And bring your hands back up into our warrior two, cartwheeling them down and stepping back into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep the left foot all the way up towards the sky, and exhale to step into our warrior two on the left side, cartwheeling our hands out and bending deeply into that left knee, making sure that the left knee is externally rotated so you can take a peek at the left toes. Spine is up nice and tall, continuing to breathe deeply here. Maintaining a deep bend in that front knee. And then dropping the right arm down, left arm sweeps up and over here to reverse our warrior for just a couple of moments. And then taking it over into our side angle, left forearm onto the left thigh. Or if it's in our practice, to bring the left hand all the way down into the earth. Wherever you are, keeping that right shoulder down and back, staying strong through the legs here, making sure you're not dumping your weight down, gazing up towards the right fingertips. And then coming back into your warrior two, we'll cartwheel our hands down, step the left foot to meet the right, exhale chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a couple of moments here. And then we'll come back into our plank. And then start to bring the knees down, coming all the way down onto our belly here. Extending the right arm out long and placing the left hand just underneath the left shoulder, we'll start to roll over onto the right side, getting a nice deep stretch in the pec here. Option to kickstand that left foot so that it's out behind you, and just breathing deeply here. Taking a few more deep breaths in this chest and shoulder opener. And we'll roll back onto the tummy, extend the left arm out long, right hand down underneath the left shoulder, and then just rolling over onto the left side. Again, option to kickstand that right leg out behind you, just breathing into this here. Meeting our edge, seeing how far we can go, and continuing to breathe. Just a few more breaths before we roll back onto our belly, placing the forearms underneath us here for our Sphinx pose. Elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, chest forward, and gaze up slightly. Holding here, maybe pressing into the feet for a little bit more of activation in that lower back. Remembering to breathe here. From here, we'll push into our hands, coming back into a child's pose, just to release through the spine again. Bring your forehead down towards the earth, and come back to those deep breaths. From here, we'll push up into the hands and then back to seated, rolling over the hips here, bringing the legs out long in front of us. Inhaling to lift up tall through the spine, then exhale to come forward into our forward fold. Holding onto the outside of the feet, calves, or ankles. Feeling that nice deep stretch through the hamstrings here. Continuing to take those slow, deep breaths, pushing our hands back up to seated, and then coming all the way down onto our backs as slow as we can here. From here, we'll bring the right knee in, shifting the hip slightly over towards the right as we drop the knee down towards the left side. Hands can come out long here or in a cactus shape, making sure that both shoulders are grounded on the earth as we gaze over to that right side. We'll start to bring that knee back in, extend it out long, this time bringing the left knee in, shifting the hips over to the left, and dropping the knee over towards the right as we gaze over the left side here, making sure that both shoulders are down on the ground, whether they're out in a T or cactus shape. Maybe closing our eyes here, starting to deepen our breaths a little more. We'll start to bring that knee back to center, and then lift both legs all the way up towards the sky, flexing through the feet. Option to leave the arms out extended exactly as they are here, or maybe bringing the arms up as well, letting all the circulation come down into your body, into your core here, in our dead bug pose. Just letting your limbs be heavy here for a moment. Heavy through the hips and the shoulders, really feeling that circulation all come back. And then slowly start to release into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Feeling free to pause the video here if you know that you'd like to stay a little longer in your final resting pose. Otherwise, I'll call you back when it's time. Take as long as you need in your Shavasana, otherwise making some small movements with the wrists and ankles, maybe wiggling through the fingertips and toes, reaching up for a nice big stretch, and then rolling over onto one side, taking a moment here before we push back up into our comfortable seated pose. Hands to heart center, taking a humble bow of gratitude, thanking ourselves for showing up today in this practice, and thanking all of the teachers that have come before us, bringing us this beautiful practice. Thank you so much for joining me.